What will the lasting impact of that press conference yesterday be? To discuss that, joined by our good friend Jeffrey Lord, American Spectator, longtime conservative thinker, commentator, and author. Jeffrey, welcome. I wanted to start out, and I'm so curious about your initial take to what President Trump said yesterday. But you know what? Let's go ahead and play it. Here's the question and Trump's answer yesterday that garnered all the controversy. Listen.
Thank you. Question for each president. President Trump, yes. You first. Just now, President Putin denied having anything to do with the election interference in 2016. Every U.S. intelligence agency has concluded that Russia did. My first question for you, sir, is who do you believe? My second question is, would you now, with the whole world watching, tell President Putin, would you denounce what happened in 2016, and would you warn him to never do it again?
So let me just say that we have two thoughts. You have groups that are wondering why the FBI never took the server. Why haven't they taken the server? Why was the FBI told to leave the office of the Democratic National Committee? I've been wondering that. I've been asking that for months and months, and I've been tweeting it out and calling it out on social media. Where is the server? I want to know, where is the server, and what is the server saying? With that being said, all I can do is ask the question. My people came to me, Dan Coates came to me, and some others. They said they think it's Russia. I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this. I don't see any reason why it would be, but I really do want to see the server. But I have confidence in both parties. I really believe that this will probably go on for a while, but I don't think it can go on without finding out what happened to the server. What happened to the servers of the Pakistani gentlemen that worked on the DNC? Where are those servers? They're missing. Where are they? What happened to Hillary Clinton's emails? 33,000 emails, gone, just gone. I think in Russia they wouldn't be gone so easily. I think it's a disgrace that we can't get Hillary Clinton's 33,000 emails. So I have great confidence in my intelligence people, but I will tell you that President Putin was extremely strong and powerful in his denial today. And what he did is an incredible offer. He offered to have the people working on the case come and work with their investigators with respect to the 12 people. I think that's an incredible offer. Okay? Thank you.
Hey, Jeffrey, I apologize for playing that whole thing. What was your initial reaction when you heard that answer?
Well, I thought he was right. And, you know, there's something here that's not being said in all of this. I more or less knew this, but I went back yesterday and took a look for sure. Every president of the United States since Franklin Roosevelt has met with a leader of Russia. Every single one of them. There is not a single example of one of those presidents standing or sitting next to the Russian leader of the moment and denouncing them. Not one. They all play the diplomatic game. They're all very nice. I mean, and we're talking people like Stalin and Khrushchev, Roosevelt, Eisenhower, JFK, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They don't go out of their way to do this. That's in essence what the questioner was wanting the president to do. He refused to play the game. Now, that said...
Go ahead.
That said, we get into this long, complicated thing. Do I think Russians interfered? Yes, they've been doing it for decades. But, you know, Joe, again, if you go back to 1996 and take a look at Time Magazine's cover of Boris Yeltsin and how the American government under Bill Clinton was interfering in the Russian election. So, I mean, it's not like we're virgins in this area.
Hey, Jeffrey, and again, I so value your expertise. I mean that. So, how would you have advised the president to answer that question? If he's asked, who, sir, do you believe, American intelligence or Putin, how would you have advised him to answer that question?
More or less as he did. I mean, what he did was very diplomatically sidestep this. Today he picked it up, but he was not sitting there or standing there next to Putin. You don't just the 101 of diplomacy. You don't trash the guy you're standing next to. I mean, I don't care whether it's the president of Russia or the president of Afghanistan or anywhere else in the world. That's just sort of a diplomatic no-no. I mean, Ronald Reagan went to a group of evangelicals and talked about the evil empire. He did not, most assuredly, stand next to Gorbachev and call him an evil empire. He didn't do it.
Could Trump have stood more strongly with his intelligence officials who said that Russia did meddle? Could he have demonstrated a little bit more strength toward that?
Sure. I think there's room for, some legit criticism, and he picked it up today and answered it. I think when you hear somebody like Newt Gingrich, who's a strong Trump supporter, come out and say he should do something about it, I think he pays attention to serious, legit, honest criticism. But some of this is a sort of another level here, Joe. I just think that the media itself did themselves no good yesterday. What seems to happen here is that no matter the issue, it's D-Day with these people. It's just all over. They've got Trump derangement syndrome. And yesterday was a fabulous example of it. But in fact, this keeps happening over and over and over again. And I'm thinking this is like the boy who cried wolf. At some moment, there could be a real problem. And nobody's going to take them seriously. That's not a good thing.
Jeffrey, do you see any lasting impact, this press conference, on this president?
No.
You don't?
This is just the nature of the world we live in, Joe. Something will happen tomorrow or later in the week, and it will push this Brett Kavanaugh. We'll get into some heated set of hearings, and boom, gone. Irrespective of this particular subject, alas, that's the way the media world works. We used to have a news cycle that was so-called 24 hours. The news cycle today is less than 24 seconds.
Jeffrey Lord, I always love your perspective, my friend. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Thanks much. Hey, Barack Obama, shut up. I'll explain next.